happy Thursday. It's July the 12th. Hopefully you guys will find this one to be interesting. It's a nest that I was told, I got some photos of it too. I got photos last Sunday of a Yellowjackets nest inside of a wine barrel. They have a backyard, and they have it on their deck as a wine barrel that they put a table on top of, and there was like a door in the barrel, a small door, and there was a gap between the door and the rest of the barrel that the Yellowjackets were gaining access to. There could be a few hundred in the nest. It looked like it was a fair size for now. Being July 12th, there could be well over 100 workers even by now. So see what we're getting into exactly. But I've just been pretty busy with this and other stuff. There were some jobs I had to turn down because of the logistics; they were too far, whatnot. So I referred them out. But I've been pretty busy. So this is the first one I filmed since I think about a week ago, or last Tuesday I think it was. But I've done 2 jobs since then. So this will be the 3rd one that I filmed for the year, and I've probably done about 10 jobs overall so far this year. So I try to film them when I can, but I think this one should be a good one. Should be a good adventure. So thanks for tuning in. It's down in West Grove, PA. So just driving down there now. So we'll see when I get to that deck. All right. Have a good evening. Thursday. All right. Well, I always said this channel was never always about one thing, not just about the wasp. And on our way down to West Grove, and got this train coming, so I figured I'd put this on the video. I'm not a rail fan, but I've heard about it on YouTube. I know that there's a market for it, and it looks like it was a false alarm. And I should add that this job's out in the country, so it's always nice. One of the things I like about doing this kind of work is I kind of get to see different areas, a lot of different areas that I wouldn't normally get to see otherwise. So one of the many reasons that I got into this work. Should be there in about 10 minutes, but just enjoying the drive. It's almost 7. Get there a little bit later. Nests are usually a little bit calmer in the evening anyway. Crossing the stream. I mean, I've lived in this area my whole life, but there's just a lot of different roads and, area back roads and stuff I haven't been on, and this is one of them. It's not to look like it, but it's always just kind of cool to see the counties. Bridge up there. And if they looks like they actually chewed like right there. Like you can actually see like where there was like some damage done to the barrel.
I'm going in the house.
Okay.
All right, thanks, Chris.
You're welcome. Not suited yet. Just gonna clear out all this stuff first. Make it easier to work. It didn't go off yet, but probably will soon. Here. The mud wasp got to it. One building there. It's the hot tub came on behind me. Show my flashlight, it alarmed him some. But yeah, it should be pretty easy. I'm just gonna scrape it off and box it. Just get some footage of him building. It's like the entrance is right there on the left. That's where they go in at. So I'm coming out of the building. You just go to like deck wood and fence post wood, any kind of wood source, and build.
All right, they're gonna go off now. Here's the nest. That's the entrance. My gloves are holding up. Lost her stinger. That's where it was. And this is actually an exercise in wasp intelligence. I want to see how many of them actually go down to the nest versus going up to where it was, because they orient to where the initial site was, where it used the former site of the nest, and then being that it's going on, if there's pheromones or anything, if they can pick up on where it is. But it seems like some of them have an idea, but most of them are still going in that way. So these are all the ones coming back from foraging. I'd say this is probably 200, 300 worker nest right now, and this species usually has anywhere from 2,000 to 6,000 in a nest, but Germanica can get up to 10,000 in annual nest. There's some huge nests. This species probably builds the biggest nest, annual nest, out of any of the Vespin wasps. Not that this nest will get that big. It probably will have, maybe 2,000. The average nest has 2,000 to 3,000 workers when they're finished, like by October. The peak of the season is like late September till early November, then they start to really slow down in November. That one's got food. See if it's smart enough to bring it to the nest. Interesting studying their behavior. Customer here was allergic, so doing them a favor, and I get to watch them. One that's kind of posted guard. Problem with this thing is I have to hold up the box because there's like this shelf down here, so I can't get the box in all the way. The door's too narrow, so I have to kind of hold it here, but it would be easier if I could just set it there, kind of see if they can figure out where the nest is. And I should add that this species is not the most aggressive. They build big nests and they are intimidating, but they're actually more docile than the eastern yellowjacket, which is native, and the culifrons and the southern yellowjackets go most of the probably the nastiest. And what I like about this species is the paper's stronger. It's like a gray paper, kind of like bald-faced hornet's bill, but not quite as strong. But they use the same type of gray, weathered wood, not rotted wood that the culifrons uses. So yeah, they're not really going off too bad. They're actually more docile than I thought they'd be. They're more just kind of curious, like, where the heck did our house go? Kind of checking out the camera, but nothing too extreme. Here's a queen yellowjacket. I don't know. There was actually a small nest actually on this level too that failed, so they could have had a fight, and this queen died. Or it could be the mother of that nest, although I don't know. I think it would be queen, right? But they can sometimes fight each other for a nest. They fight to the death usually, sting each other to death, the queens. Workers will help out if there are workers, but yeah, so that's a queen. See, the eyes are actually like white in an advanced state of decomposition. Well, it seems like they're starting to get an association to the box with the nest in it, but they're still congregating up top there. I was trying to see if there's any kind of like communication, like maybe if they go in and they go back out, but I don't think that they do that. Like they don't, like, not like one goes in the box where the nest is and then like goes out and tells the ones up there. I don't think that happens, otherwise they would have all gone in by now. So their communication is not too advanced, I don't think. But I definitely get the idea that they know something's up. It seems like because they're all like poking their heads out now. So we're just kind of trying to figure out like what exactly is going on. But they're just very anxious insects, so So what I've gathered is that it seems like most of them fly up there, but if I put this tool here, they swarm, and then by chance they might fly down, and then if they get close enough to the nest, they'll land on it. So it's almost like a fuel find it by, but I think it's like mostly by chance.